Do you guys ever get recommended an anime or a show by one of your friends or a few of your friends, and it's got all this hype behind it, it's got all this buzz behind it, just for you to watch it and you'd be like, it's good, yeah, but you don't understand the hype? So many times I feel like I've done that with anime, and I feel like I should just start treating anime and regular shows how I treat movies, where I just go into the movie with no real expectation. That way I'm not disappointed in the end, or I'm not left with like a lackluster feeling, or just wondering why maybe I don't enjoy this show or anime as much as everybody else does. Like, I don't get the hype behind something I'm watching right now. I guess I can see it, but I just don't understand it. Do you guys ever get that feeling? Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, if you guys enjoy the battle here, hit that thumbs up button down below. This is actually not a draft league battle, even though me and my opponent here, Argon, his channel link and stuff will be down in the description as well. Even though we don't have any similar teams, this is actually going to be a roulette battle. Quick description: you and your opponent count up all your respective Pokemon in your boxes. You each give each other 6 numbers, go down your box, and pick those mons. So even though it looks like I have 3 potential Megas with Houndoom, Venusaur, and Charizard, neither of them are Megas, but Argon doesn't know that, so he might have to play around them accordingly. Like, I have double Z moves with Venusaur and Charizard. I got Life Orb on my Houndoom, Assault Vest on my Alolan Muck, Leftovers on my Rotom, and on my Blacephalon. Unfortunately though, I don't really have a good switch into this Golisopod, which is easily probably going to be his biggest threat. Also, there's a chance that this could just be Zoroark, so I figured if anything, Charizard was going to be my safest switch here, because if he went for a special move, I could tank it and then go from there. If he goes for first impression, I resist it and I'm good to go. Something I realized though is that he has no switch-ins really to my 3 fire types, so I can pretty much just spam Fire Blast over and over and over unless I miss my second Fire Blast here, which is a little bit unfortunate because it would have been nice to have my Charizard for later in the match. I don't think that this Charizard actually has Air Slash, or I'm thinking maybe I just wanted to go for another Fire Blast to bluff that I was choiced. I don't know, if I had Air Slash, then I should have gone for it, I guess, in that case, but it's not that big of an issue, as in comes the Roserade. I don't want to risk this potentially being Scarfed, or more than likely the Zoroark, when I have a perfect answer to both of those in the form of my Assault Vest Muck here in the back, which I'm able to absolutely eat this Night Daze. And I figured he's most likely going to want to switch here, even if he goes for the U-turn. Pursuing is definitely my best play, because I want to be able to tell this Zoroark apart from the rest of his team. Like, I don't want to put myself in a scenario of where I think it's a certain Pokemon, but it actually turns out to be Zoroark. So I figured here, going for the Pursuit, getting off damage on that, as opposed to going for a knockoff on whatever came in, would have been more helpful to me in the long run of the battle. And it turns out I actually get the Poison Touch, which I'm never able to do in a WBE match, but I can get it in a regular Wi-Fi battle. So hey, it is what it is, I guess. So in comes the Roserade. I don't know if he's gonna have like Sleep Powder or something. There's really nothing that this Roserade should be able to even do to my Alolan Muck, because I am so specially defensive thanks to the Assault Vest. So I figured that I might as well just try and get off as much damage as possible, because I was able to land my Gunk Shot. Pursuing here is definitely by far my best play in case he does want to try and switch out. He does end up getting up 2 layers of spikes, which are going to be a little bit annoying just because I don't have any form of hazard on my 6 mons that were picked. So that's going to kind of hinder me a little bit. As you can see there, I'm going to be losing about 16% of my HP if I'm not mistaken. And this first impression does way more damage than I was expecting to my Venusaur. Thankfully though, I am able to outspeed him, and I'm going to go straight for my Z move. With Roserade being gone and Dhelmise being gone, he doesn't really have a good switch into my Sludge Bomb Z move here, so I should be able to absolutely nuke something on his team, as he does end up leaving in the Golisopod. This is nice because now I'm going to be able to force him out and see what he wants to bring in against me, but it turns out that he has the red card, so instead of me getting switch initiative, he is going to end up getting switch initiative, which I guess it doesn't necessarily matter too much, because I still would have had Charizard in the back to sack off to whatever came in, or I could have just sacked off my Venusaur, I suppose. Regardless though, I don't really have much use for Charizard at this point. I still have my Blacephalon and my Houndoom in the back, if anything, to still click Fire Blast against the remainder of his team, which is really good. And because he still has no way, it looks like, of touching my Alolan Muck here, I'm going to switch it in here and just go straight for the Gunk Shot. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to knock out Liepard. It's not really the bulkiest thing around. as he does turn out to be life formed, this is just going to be better for me, because even if for some reason he does live this, he should guarantee be in range of where another hit will be able to finish him off. So he is starting to kind of chip me down. Unfortunately, this Golisopod is extremely annoying, because it's basically gonna force me to keep switching out my muck, and he's gonna keep racking up that spikes damage, and I really need to keep my muck around because it's the only real answer I have for the Zoroark and the Whimsicott potentially in the back. I have no idea what that Whimsicott could be running, so I don't want to risk it potentially being like Stun Spore or a Tailwind set, so I don't want to need to rely on my Blacephalon in order to deal with it. So I bring in my Rotom here. I can safely go for the Volt Switch if he really wants to stay in. Getting rid of Golisopod is going to be amazing for me, but he knows that anytime it comes in on my muck, he basically just gets a free kill. So hoping to avoid him coming in again and just getting a free kill, I'm going to try and bring in my Houndoom, as it turns out that he actually has leftovers, and thankfully not something like Choice Specs. And the reason why this is so good is because now I know I can guarantee not only live one hit, but I will be able to outspeed the following turn, because after the Flame Charge here, I get a +1 in my speed. So then I'll be faster than Whimsicott, and I'll be able to just knock him out with a Fire Blast. If it really comes down to it, I guess he could try to just spam Substitute until I miss Fire Blast, which would suck, but ultimately I would still break his Substitute in the end because I have Flame Charge. So I guess it really wouldn't matter too much there, but I'm just gonna go straight for the Fire Blast here. And if I had missed and this Zoroark was Scarf, that could have been a little bit bad. I don't know if I would have stayed in. I guess it doesn't really matter, because even if I switch back in on spikes, I'm always going to be in range of where potentially a Moonblast for Whimsicott knocks me out, because he'll be able to outspeed me before the Flame Charge, and then I'm in range of where an Aqua Jet finishes me off anyways. So I'm just going to sack off Houndoom here to the Golisopod. This way, I can just get a free switch back into my Rotom, and much like earlier, I'm just going to safely be able to go for the Volt Switch here. I really don't lose anything in doing so. Even if he does want to bring in the Whimsicott, I still have my muck in the back. I can also just go ahead and bring in my Blacephalon this turn. And I guess bringing in Blacephalon means that if he was Stun Spore, he could have gone for it, but obviously he needs to hit the Stun Spore, and then he needs to rely on me getting fully paralyzed that turn. If I don't get fully paralyzed, I just kind of get a kill here with either Shadow Ball or Flamethrower. Regardless though, Flamethrower is definitely my best option to go for, as I am indeed faster than him because my leftovers went first. Obviously this doesn't matter to the point of Prankster, but regardless, I can still outspeed him here and knock him out. Oh, I thought I had Fire Blast on this. I don't know why. Yeah, like, I guess like leftovers Fire Blast would have been odd. I think this was like Subcom Mine, Flamethrower, Shadow Ball if I'm not mistaken, so I shouldn't have said Fire Blast earlier. But it's kind of crazy though, like all three of my fire types just were able to put in a lot of work here, and they were all randomly chosen too, which is the cool thing about roulette. Like I want to try and do more like non-standard battles. Like I want to do like monotype, roulette, some other type of games too. I don't really know all the different type, but we'll see. I definitely want to bring stuff to Wi-Fi that's just not the normal tiers and Draft League content. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Hit that thumbs up button down below. Just a quick battle for today. I will most likely be seeing you all again tomorrow as well on Wednesday. So if you enjoyed this, you know what to do. Let me know in the comment section below about any anime that you have maybe been overhyped about, or that you thought was overhyped. Any show that you thought was overhyped, or movie, I guess, because I really just I gotta get myself out of that mindset, man. I really do. And I feel like it just ruins anime for me. That I guess I'm not calling them bad if they're overhyped. I'm just saying I don't fully understand the hype. And that just goes for regular TV shows too, and movies in general. Although I already treat movies like they're not going to be that good. I don't know. I'm just going to sit here and ramble if I continue talking about this. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below. And with that, I will see you all tomorrow. I already said this. All right. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Later, everybody.
Because my brain and heart are both tied in a knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears, or hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping.